Hi, everyone. I'm glad you could join us today. I'm going to talk about another aspect of the important aspect of the impact, which is what grants are all about these days. Okay, so what's all this fuss about impact? You know, with a new scoring system, impact scores actually rule. And what you need to do is to show the reader how and why your work will lead to something great or something wonderful or something life-changing. It really has to have significant meaning, and you have to bring it out. The scores you will need are basically under 3, so 1 to 3 to have any chance of funding, and 2 would be better. These scores are pretty similar to the old scores, which would be about under 200. So in the old system, anything under 200 really had a chance of getting funded. Better if you had 150 or under, but anything under 200 had a chance. In the new way, it's anything under 3, and 2 would be better. So what is impact? With a new scoring system, grants are all about impact, like I said. How much impact the work that you do after 2 or 5 years, whatever, is likely to have. But a key problem that grant writers face, including me, is how to actually present your ideas in the most impactful ways. Just this week, I reviewed some specific aims from somebody, and they had, you know, a great setup to the issues, and the specific aims seemed reasonable and doable, feasible. But they didn't bring out, to my satisfaction, what impact the work would actually have. And so that's part of selling the whole idea. And it's a way to give you a leg up, how to sell the importance of doing what you propose. And in this day and age when funding is tight, and it seems to be getting tighter every time, you know, I'm not necessarily advocating style over substance. So substance counts, but style is a way that you get the attention of the reader, and so you need to do as much as you can to bolster up the style. So what strategies can you use to place your work in a context that will demonstrate the most impact? And what I would do is, I'm going to give you some examples of this in a minute. I'd go to the strategic plans for the NIH Institute that is most likely to fund your work, and look actually at the cross-institute initiative. So each institute, if you go to their website, will have these strategic plans, and under that there will be cross-institute initiatives. So that's one place you can find what they themselves, NIH, thinks are the most important problems to solve. And that's what impact is, in the sense that you're going to take a problem, and it's a huge problem, and you're going to solve some aspect of it. Another thing you could do is go to the reporter, the NIH reporter system, and find out how many grants are actually funded in your area. And there's ways you could do that. You could do it by subject matter. You might have to do some refining of what you ask, but you can see in Reporter how many grants are actually funded in your areas. Or another way to do it using that rather than subject matter is to go and, you know, take the top 5 or 10 people in your field and type their names in and look for the grants that they have funded, and that would give you a clue about how many are funded in your area. Now, why is that important? Because remember that each program officer at your institute has a portfolio of grants that they are responsible for. So, you know, that let's say that there are 10 kind of aspects in your area where they're going to have grants representing those 10 aspects. What you need to do is find out where your particular topic, where your grant would fit into that program officer's portfolio. So before you contact your program officer or possible program officer, what I would do is try to reason out what grants your program officer are likely to be responsible for. And then that way they might be able to give you the best advice about how to, focus or target your grant message. So what you want to do is look at the announcements from your institute about new funding mechanisms